Welcome back to our conversation with 8th District Congressman Stephen Lynch. And Congressman, you just mentioned Governor Baker in the context of his handling of the MBTA. Do you think that he blew it by allowing recent reopenings at a time when the CDC and other experts are warning about another coronavirus surge?
He may have been a bit premature, but he was following, at that moment, he was following the data, following the science. And, it looked very good. However, we've got more recent data that indicates that it may have been premature. But I actually think that Secretary Sutters and the governor are looking closely at that. And if necessary, they will retrench a little bit. And, if necessary, I'm sure the governor, he's following the data. That's exactly where he is. And if necessary, I feel pretty confident that if things get out of hand, he would lock things down again. Not lock them down, but certainly pull back on some of the freedoms that we've given to dining and things like that.
Well, he certainly has taken his fair share of heat, as have all or many elected officials during this whole nightmare. Those numbers seem to be hanging in there pretty well. Do you think he's going to run for another term?
Well, if you base it on activity and engagement, I see him a lot. I see him a lot in my district. We've been together, probably 3 or 4 times a week lately. So if his energy and his work ethic are any indication, I would say he's probably looking at running for re-election. You don't do this on the way out. He's been very hyperactive and hyper attentive to the situation here.
Yeah, no lame duck vibes coming off him.
Right.
That's obviously going to be a huge political story. But in the meantime, there's a huge political story developing in the city of Boston, known as the mayoral election. As a Bostonian and a voter, what qualities are you looking for in the next mayor?
I think there's one predominant quality, and that is, can you represent the whole city? The whole city. So Roxbury and West Roxbury, Mattapan and South Boston, Dorchester, which in itself is diversity personified. So I'm eager. Look, I always told Marty Walsh and Mayor Menino, I would rather be friends with the mayor than be the mayor. And my job, it lends itself to a good relationship. So I bring money back to the city and the mayor gets to spend it. How can that relationship go bad? If we work at it, whoever is the next mayor, their relationship with me will be a good one. But I do think that there, you have to have a wider perspective. And I think that's the most important quality.
Do you think the race or gender of the next mayor matters?
Well, I think, look, we've had, 100 white male mayors. So, it's time for change, I think. You can feel that. People are eager to see that. But that will not determine the success of the next mayor. People, they'll be happy, on election night if we can elect a woman or a person of color. But I know the people of Boston, and, it's going to be, did the garbage get picked up? Is the pothole fixed? How are we doing with basic services? Things like that. There will be no sentimentality in judging the next mayor, so they will be judged according to performance, I think.
Congressman, our time's up. I've still got a bunch of stuff I wanted to get into with you, but let's connect again before very much longer and do that.
Always happy to join you, John. Thank you. Have a great Easter.
Thank you. You also, sir. Thank you for your time, and thank you very much for joining us right now. It's back over to my colleagues for more WBZ News.